Yep.
We are halfway through the non-conference schedule, 7 games into a 14-game non-conference schedule. Can you just assess where you think your team's at right now?
Yeah, I think we're ahead. We have some benchmarks that we look for and some things we measure it by. So I think the trip to Italy obviously has part to do with that. I also think the fact that our returners are a year into the process and we were able to move a little faster. And the way I kind of dissect that is we've won 2 close games. And I don't think you win close games. I don't think you execute. We've executed some out of timeouts better than we did really late in the year last year. And I think just the way their attention to detail, they're recovering well. They're using their off days to their advantage. They're getting in the gym. So I didn't realize we were halfway through. Jerry, thanks for scaring me to death. No, I think we're ahead of where we had hoped to be, and we'll get a really good challenge to start the second half of it going to Iowa State.
Just knowing the height advantage clearly that they pose, was there any maybe focus on box out drills or anything like that this week heading into that?
I know. Try to turn them into speed rebounds. They shoot some threes. We'll shoot threes. They're really good on the boards. And we've been holding our own in there. I think turn them into speed rebounds is the help. The problem comes with trying to defend them. They will post our guards up. So we've got we'll work on some stuff today with our guys' practice squad out there. We're fortunate this year that our guys' practice squad all has some size. So we'll be able to simulate it. We wouldn't be able to do it otherwise if we didn't have use of those guys. There's no way we'd be able to simulate it in practice. But we'll try to do some things, try to speed him up a little bit. He's kind of known as an offensive tactician. He's a friend of mine, a guy that was really helpful for me getting into the game back in the very early days of my career. So I've been following his career for a long time. He's an offensive genius. So they will have a plan for us no matter what, but that is a concern. But the way we always talk about it in the locker room is as hard as it is to guard them on one end, then you be equally as hard to guard on the other end. I would hate to be on their end trying to be 6'2", trying to guard Mal or Lexus or one of those guys. So we try to even that out on both ends, but rebounding is always going to be an issue and a concern. But we'll try to do it as a pack.
Speaking of Lexus, I think she's like 11 of her last 52 or something like that. Is there something going on with her?
No, it's that thing. It's an adjustment. She adjusted fast. I would have expected it maybe to go the other way. I would have thought her to start maybe 11 for 52 and then hit a slump. But she's going to be a 42% shooter over the course of the year. I think what it is people have seen her now. I think initially people weren't really sure, so they left her open. They were going to guard the others, and then she got some really clean looks. I think her shots have been harder. They've been a little bit more contested. A couple of them maybe even rushed. And when you're a kid like that and you're trying to shoot your team into it, sometimes it can be even extra hard. It was not a great shooting environment in Nashville. Jerry's shaking her head. Anybody that was in there, we go out as coaches and we shoot a little bit before practice and games, and it was a tough shooting environment. It was just tough. So I don't want her to get her head down. If y'all know me well enough to know I'm going to tell her to shoot it every time she's open. So if she can take those same 52 shots, the next 52, I bet she makes 30 of them. Keep going.
Yeah.
Stay hot.
I mean to ostracize.
No, it's okay.
How nice would it be to go get a road win over a ranked opponent going into SEC play?
Yeah. I think it would, validate some things. It's not something you count on happening. There's a reason they're ranked. There's a reason they won the preseason NIT. It's a tough matchup in the SEC Pac-12 or Big 12 Challenge, one of their top teams against us. So I look forward to it. Like I said, he's a friend of mine. I hate playing against friends on game day. I like it in the lead up, and I like it the night before and all those fun things. I just hate it during game time. But I think it would it'd be good for our league too. We've had some tough losses in our league here recently, so I think it'd be good for the SEC for us to go up there and pull off one. I'm sure they would call an upset. We're going to be a double-figure underdog, I'm sure. So our kids kind of like that, though.
Mike, you shot 35% the other day, but you still get 74 points. Is that a sign of progression as well, where you can get to the line, you can get some points, even when you're not shooting well?
Yeah, that's the one thing we missed last year was getting to the free throw line. You know, that's got to be that that other level of attack when your jump shots aren't going in. So anytime you're in a dribble drive, the free throws attempts, and we started to make some. I think we were 24 for 29 the other night. We'd been shooting at around 60%, so to be up there in that number was crucial. I think the field goal percentages tend to go down as the year goes along because people have more film on you. They do a better job scouting. They're going to take away your tendencies. I'm still looking at shot quality, and our shot quality number was really good. We only took 2 bad shots the other night. So that's the number I'm going to continue to look at. But, yeah, getting to the foul line is a huge emphasis, and for Chelsea to get there, I think 10 times the other night or 9 or 10 was big. Mal's always getting there, 6, 7, 8 times a game. I know that'll be a focus of Iowa State. Bill prides himself on them being able to defend without fouling, so it'll be a huge challenge to try to get there in Ames.